The first time I collapsed here, I collapsed in the kitchen. I felt like my head was spinning. I didn't understand what it was. Think maybe I'm bewitched. Maybe I'm cursed.
The society has modeled this idea that the moment someone falls down and starts jerking, this person is cursed, is bewitched, has started to show demonic tendencies.
I lived in shame for so long. I couldn't share with anyone that I'm epileptic. What would they say? I used to avoid people. I stopped going to church. Stopped working. I just stayed here. I just said, like, epilepsy, like, at times it doesn't give signs. You can collapse anywhere.
Photography is my home. That's where I don't care what is happening around me. I'm just in my zone. The reason why I like photography is that photography challenges perceptions and gives perspective. Whenever I'm into my role as a photographer, I feel like I have my fate in my hands. I get to decide what will happen with me. My mom tells me I was born with epilepsy. However, my first memory that I remember having an experience was 7 years old. It was early in the morning around 8 a.m. There used to be a basin with water. It was under a guava tree. My mom taught us when you wake up, the first thing you do, go there, wash your face. And when I started washing my face, my left eye started twitching. And I remember my mom came, and while twitching, she kind of hugged me, and the twitching just vanished like that. Epilepsy takes a piece of yourself. Every attack never leaves you the same. There's a piece of you that goes away.
Here in Kenya, we don't have school for epilepsy, which is a challenge. Dorcas have gone to a lot of school. She go to this school, they don't accommodate her, they chased her away. Dorcas would cry and cry until I tell her, it's okay, we will find another school. If they chase us there, then we'll find another school. We will go around to every school around. Yeah. A lot of people lack knowledge, so I could tell them that epilepsy is controllable, and we should love children with epilepsy. We should show them love and love their children, and they should not fear anything, because if you fear, you will not be able to deal with the situation. So you should have confidence in you and deal. When you look at me, I'm not scared, but inside, I say, "Aye, what have happened to her now?" I just panic inside. It's hard to deal with epilepsy, but Dorcas is a very courageous girl.
So epilepsy is a neurological disorder that affects the brain. And currently we talk about 10 million to 15 million persons with epilepsy on the continent. It's quite a huge number.
The people living with epilepsy in Kenya are about 1 million. The population is about 52 million. It's 18 per thousand. In the United States, it's 10 per thousand. So you can see almost twice the number.
There's also this high level of stigmatization that comes with epilepsy within our continent. I can cite an example of a country like Tanzania, where still in one of its statutes, it measures that a person can be divorced if they are having seizures or epilepsy. So most people, because of shame and fear, they continue to live in the shadows. And that's why the numbers that we can talk about are actually an underestimation. So it's quite a challenge that we have on the continent.
My childhood was awesome. Yes, I was a naughty one. My family has been my support system all through for 10 years. They have never given up on me. My son makes me strong because I have to fight every day because I want to see him longer. He doesn't know what epilepsy really is, but I've, enlightened him a bit. Mom is not in good health. She usually takes medicine in the morning and at night. He thinks that I'm capable of anything and everything. My husband, he became violent because of my health. He started coming home late and, sleeping on and off means I would get seizures. It's not like I was asking for it. It used to just come out of triggers, the noise, lack of enough sleep, the fights. The first time he pulled my locks, I lost locks on this side. At some point, he was sexually violent. Whenever, he wanted his conjugal rights, and I was not in a position to, he would become physical or even force himself instead of understanding that I couldn't. When we were parting ways, the words he used were really painful. He's glad he has broken up with a mad woman. He had mental torture because I was expecting him to support me, but instead he was torturing me.
Ninaitwa Nancy Waboya. Mzee wangu anaitwa Naftali Kimani. Niko na watoto 3. Ninyona ni mundu wa mwanya na ti kawaida gukorwo ukiona mundu toyo uragukua wina thina ti ingi na ndungiona ingi na ndimwendete to ti ingi ungiona mundu urakuoya ati uguo ndimwendete muno.
My name is Naftali Kimani. I'm from Kiambu, is where our home is. Nancy Wafoya is my wife, and I love her very much. I don't think in this world I ever find such a wonderful woman. I didn't know that she had epilepsy. It is until she was about 7 months pregnant. She was taken to Kenyatta Hospital, and she was in a coma for 2 weeks, and then she was diagnosed to having epilepsy. I had had it before, but I never thought it will come to somebody that I was related to. Every time that she conversed at night, I was like, is she the only one undergoing this? Why me? Why her? The society that we are in do not fully understand what epilepsy is all about. They all think it's a curse. People, they say it's a demonic attack, curses, or someone who has been bewitched. Most people go to churches where they seek miracles. We had done so. That did not work. So I had to seek other ways of getting her healed.
Twathiĩ kũu rĩ, ithuĩ nĩ twokire na tũgĩka na tũkĩgũra ngui tũkĩruga na tũkĩrĩa, no andũ a community ti othe mekaga, nĩ amwe na amwe. Twarĩa ngui rĩ, ndiahonire, ona nĩ gũthũka mathũkire biũ. Ũndũ rĩu ona tũkĩũria atĩrĩrĩ, rĩu ona twagĩthĩnja yake na ndĩrarehe kĩhonia. No ndingĩria kana nĩ arĩ kuma ndingĩria chukua nani ndiawoire na ũritũ tondũ niĩ kũrua ndingĩrua niĩ.
The world is full of evil people. The world does not care. Neither the authority does not care about people with epilepsy.
We need to embrace people with epilepsy because they are people just like the rest. Epilepsy is not about witchcraft. It's not about curses. It's a sickness just like any other. I usually take my medicine because if I take them religiously, I take so long without getting seizures.
We have demonstrated that epilepsy is treatable. We can manage epilepsy at the lowest cost because we use what we call generic drugs. The key thing is stigma. Once you reduce stigma, people access healthcare, they'll be treated, they'll regain control of their lives, and they'll lead meaningful lives.
Medications are affordable and life-saving. And according to WHO, $5 can actually help a person for the whole year.
She used to hurt her head, her hand, everywhere she had injuries. But now I saw some changes, which I said, hey, Dorcas, you are becoming better and better every day. Now she stayed long hours without falling, which she is happy because she is able to be controlled by the medicines. I believe that her future is bright, and one day she's gonna make it. She would like to be an architect, engineer. Whatever her dreams, let it come true.
Ngiuga atĩrĩrĩ, mũndũ wa mbere nĩ kwamba kwĩĩtĩkĩra na gũthiĩ thibitarĩ na kũnyua ndawa, gũbuatĩrĩra mawaitha ma ndagĩtarĩ ũrĩa akwĩra na ũnyue ndawa. To nginya ũtinde ũgĩbuatĩrĩra mathĩna macio mothe.
We need to tell our story with our voices. We need to let people know what you are going through. And that's why I'm saying it is important to come and share your story, because if you don't, someone else will be sharing your story in their own understanding.
We are like the normal people around, because we breathe the same way, we walk the same way.
The more you talk about it, the more you realize it's not that bad. The lie that epilepsy tells you that no one is going to accept you. So tell your story. You're not responsible for how someone is going to perceive. That is their issue. Don't make it yours. So when you share this story, when you put yourself out there, someone else is going to be inspired by what you do. And maybe you might not get to enjoy the fruits of the trees that you're planting right now. But who knows? From the extension of your family tree, someone is going to experience that freedom that you so hard fought for.